tell. Can you tell us anything? Are they joking? I don't know. Are we? I don't know.
Well, no, we are.
If you say so.
Here we go.
Go, you start.
Checkers 2, hey.
Play the thing. Ah, yeah.
You want to take it off still? Well, I went down. Sorry.
Oh, look at
Yonder
you.
to the Chattahoochee.
Oh my gosh. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we may be live. We may not. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. You know, I don't. No offense.
Yeah, right.
But I need to see it in the chat. Like, oh, they're there. Oh, look, we hear you.
See
okay.
that? Look at that.
I tend to believe them.
Over me?
Well, because they're over there.
I think you should believe them over me. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Eugene and Dylan's Guitar Show. I'm Eugene Edwards over
Look
here.
at that shot.
That's
it's gorgeous.
I'm introing over here.
This is amazing.
And that's Dr. Dylan Caligiuri.
How beautiful.
Right over there. Dylan, I have something to read for you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Song.
That particular conviction had nothing to do with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's not the summons. Out of the hills of Habersham, down the valleys of Hall, I hurry amain to reach the plain, run the rapid and leap the fall, split at the rock and together again, accept my bed or narrow or wide, and flee from folly on every side.
Okay,
with
I know
a
what it is.
lover's
I know what it
pain
is.
to attain the plain, far from the hills of Habersham, far from the valleys of Hall.
In the Shire.
No,
it's
no,
Lord of the Rings.
No,
it's Lord of the
it's
Rings,
not.
right?
It's-
Isn't it Lord of the Rings?
No, it's a poem called "The Song of the Chattahoochee," written in the mid 1800s. And a lot of school children who grew up in the South, middle school usually around, they had to read this and memorize. A lot of folks.
Yeah.
And the gentleman who wrote today's song, the subject of today's deep dive, Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson.
Right.
Alan wrote this with another guy, a songwriter guy from Nashville. And
Kevin. Let's just call him Kevin.
That might be his name.
Is it Kevin?
You know what?
Alan and
Jeez,
Kevin?
I wonder if it's.
Does anybody know if this guy's name is Kevin? Let's see.
No, it's Jim McBride.
sounds like
But that song brought it out. Yeah. Any hoozles. So Jim is from Alabama. You see.
Right.
And Alan Jackson is from some other state. I think from Georgia actually. And the Chattahoochee River runs in between them. You know.
Keep going, yeah.
So anyway, they had this. So Jim has this idea, kind of like, maybe we write a song about the song. So they throw this together. In about a day or so, they just kind of trade lines. They got it. Comes together pretty quickly. Alan Jackson loves it so much. He shows it to the band. They kind of work it up at sound check, and they play it for the first time. I think it was April 12th.
They play it on April 12th for the first time?
1992.
Oh, it wasn't this year.
No,
Okay.
April 12th, 1992 was the first time Alan and the band played it live. They later on recorded it. It gets released in May of 1993. But we're pretty much pretty close to the anniversary, and we didn't plan that, of when Chattahoochee.
Oh my gosh, is that true?
Yes, yes.
So when was the Chattahoochee created, though?
The river?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. So we have to go way back. We have to go way
Well, we
back.
can't go back further than 6,000 years.
But you know this song. This thing was a massive hit. It was a #1 song for like 4 weeks that year. It won the CMA, Country Song of the Year and everything like that. And the song has legs. It lasts forever.
I want to play it
because it's so catchy.
This song is catchy as all get out.
And you know the lick. So we're gonna play it in a quick bit here, and then Dylan's gonna walk you through the lick, because in terms of guitar playing, it's Brent Mason yet again. We spoke about him on Neon Moon and stuff, but he's on this, and this is the Brent Mason signature guitar.
It actually worked out.
It worked out, and but there's a fiddle solo, but otherwise the electric guitar pretty much just handles this lick. So you want to kind of go in on the verse or start from the top?
Yes,
the lick?
sir. No, I think we should start from the very. Let's see. Why don't we start?
I'm just playing rhythm. So
I'm sort of stalling while I turn this down, so it's not going to hurt everybody's ears.
All
But
right.
why don't we start at the top?
Okay,
You ready for
good
that?
idea.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't actually hear your guitar in here.
Does that mean they can't hear the guitar?
Keep going.
Waterman
to me, and I learn how to live, and I learn. I got it now. The long is all living and a little about love. We're down on the corner on the Friday night.
2.
Another day of blue.
No, I don't know where you are. It's a mess.
Dream about women. Well, I went down to the Chattahoochee, how much that muddy water meant to me, and learn how to live.
And I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. What are you doing? No. It just plays the lick.
Oh, that's
so
right.
here's the genius of the
that's
song.
Right. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. We're not even live.
Sort of a mesmerizing.
We're not live.
Thing.
So here's my tip to y'all.
Yeah.
If you're starting, I know some of you are writing your own songs now, and I'm really proud of you. And sometimes if you have a lick, you have a verse, you have a chorus maybe, and you got that, it's like, well, now what do I do with them? I say steal. Oh my Lord, steal song forms.
Anyways.
Here's a song.
Yeah.
It essentially has 3 things. It has the lick, it has a verse, it has a chorus. That's all it has. So just steal that format. It's a recipe. Play your lick, verse, chorus, play the lick again. Verse, chorus, then it has a fiddle solo, which is just half of the chorus. When it goes to the F, the on a Friday night, now the 2, 5. And then the vocal comes back in and sings the chorus, and then you do I don't know, you just kind of repeat that, go out on the lick. You just just study that form and then plug your lick and your verse and your chorus into that form, and you have an arrangement, and one that we know works.
So I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm
he's
saying?
saying like take the form of the song,
the stack, as I would call it.
Yeah, right. So are you saying the chords or the Roman numerals, or just the order of it entirely?
I mean the order of. Let's say we have a lick that goes. Let's say our song is in F, and our lick is.
Keep going. I like this lick, you guys.
That's our lick. Okay, let's just say it's a Bo Diddley shuffle in F. That's our lick. So, and then we have a verse. That's our whole verse. Right now we have a chorus that goes to the 4. No 2 chord.
We're not doing it. Okay.
So now I've got a lick, I've got a verse, and I have a chorus.
It's a pretty good song.
I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
Because my format, my arrangement, my stack is going to be. It's going to start with. Now I'm going to come and sing. And whatever my changes were, right? Just sing that. And then I play my chorus. And when I'm done with my chorus. And then I'm going to just do another verse and another chorus and then do a solo over the back half of my...
This has furniture store closing sale vibes.
Oh my gosh. I feel terrible. Yeah. Those places and the piano joints are constantly going out of businesses.
Do you see Sam Ash Drums is going out of business?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I did not see
closing.
That. The one on one in Hollywood?
Yep.
Hey everybody.
How do we like less options?
Come down to Hollywood and I think some drum gear is going to
buy some drum gear.
Get a bunch of I didn't know that. I'll have to get to the bottom of that.
Can you turn your volume up out of your amp just a little bit?
This thing has 3 different volumes.
I know, it's the little one. There you go.
Well, no, that was
not too much though. Don't go nuts. There we go. Yes. Thank you, sir.
So Dylan, again, Brent Mason plays the lick. Sounds like common compression for the early 90s. Otherwise, a very, very clean sound. Yeah, it had Not Fade Away. Look, don't judge my song. It was off the top of my head.
You know, it's simple people, guys. You know what I mean? You got to love him.
Exactly.
He's from the breadbasket of America.
All right. Now, do you mind walking the people through the lick?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go to camera 4.
For the lick?
That's your tight shot.
By the way,
ready?
I forgot we were doing the song today, so let's see how this
you know
goes.
What? I just come to one pre-production meeting. just once.
Are those with Rex?
Well, you keep sending him as a proxy.
I know.
And then he licks his paws.
I give him a hat, and I give him full license to do whatever he wants.
It takes me half an hour to realize it's
Yell at them, Rex. Yell at everyone in the meeting.
He's calm.
No, you know what? Tell them all that you're on mushrooms or something. Do whatever you got to do, Rex.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
I'm ready. All right. Here we go.
Here we go, you guys. So check out this lick. So it goes.
Kind of a false start.
It's such an interesting lick.
Yeah. Fiddle.
So if you really think about this lick, it's that type of thing where there's so much repetition, it's hard for you to keep track of what's going on.
May I say, we're also hearing that kind of that call and response nature here a little bit.
And then like that was the first guy, then the second guy.
Yes, exactly.
Now the tenor's going to come in, and we got a barbershop quartet.
We do.
Yeah,
that's funny. Now, what pickup are you on for that?
I'm on the middle pickup.
So if you have a Strat.
Yeah.
I'm in middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of has the right amount of fullness.
That guitar sounds pretty solid on this, actually. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, there is video of Brent Mason playing this on stage in Nashville somewhere at a club, and it's kind of nice to see
Just
him
by
play
himself?
it. No, with a quartet or like a quintet. But it's interesting because we actually, it's rare that we see the studio guy and how he positions a lick from the record.
Yeah.
It's just not that common. And I always wondered if at the end, here's my little dilemma, if it's if he plays the last note on 8th fret low E string, just that single note.
Yeah.
But then no, he does what you do.
Well,
he comes back here.
Yeah.
You guys are so similar.
Me and Brett.
Then he's in position to play essentially the very interesting to know on the verse. If you listen to what he plays, he's just shadowing the bass.
Oh yeah. Well,
and the acoustic is handling.
The acoustic steps in hard.
There's not a lot of instruments. It's a few.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Let's please.
So I teach college, and we're using that word loosely, right? I teach
or college.
All of it. The whole thing. Let's just flip the whole thing around.
The whole sentence was shady.
Yeah. And the students, I have them bring in the guitar class, I have them bring in, I want you to learn what you want to learn. You know what I mean? So let's figure out how to make your song come alive. And a lot of the songs are, obviously going to have a lot of robots and different machines in them. And
a lot of stuff is in the box.
Yeah, so it's just the Skynet music from Terminator. And so I think that one of the things that happens is someone will bring in their dad's song. So like this last week, actually just yesterday, students brought in Exodus, and it was like, and basically, even though it was heavy metal and it was overwhelming, it wasn't so overwhelming that you couldn't identify what everything was.
That's exciting.
Other kids brought in new music, which is basically some shiny, different sound every 4 bars, if not every single bar, by the way. And it's not that I'm judging that, by the way. I'm just saying that
you notice a difference.
The sensory input,
it's
the novelty input.
Okay, so I guess we can make an argument here for like an interesting arrangement.
Yeah.
And that's not uncommon to have the Beatles. Every 4 bars, something new happened. But we're not saying they introduced a new instrument. It was just one of the established
dynamic change. Oftentimes,
a dynamic change. A
layer,
or one of the instruments.
Yeah,
went from
mostly vocals.
Or the bass went from a 2-beat,
right,
to walking.
So the technique on the instrument became more changes.
Intense. Well, so you just kind of mix it up a little bit, but it doesn't mean but we can grab bells and whistles from the box. So we're pretty. It's pretty easy to do now. So we have to resist the temptation there a little bit. By the way, Eric L mentions Telly middle pickup seems uncommon. Do you want to defend this, please? You're holding a Telly and then you're talking about a middle pickup. Explain yourself, good sir.
Part of this, I think. What would Jesus do? Jesus would put the Telly in the middle pickup, actually, because it's the way.
Oh.
It's in between the harshness
Yeah.
and the you're stepping on the bass player.
Okay, but you just that was a total distraction of an answer.
Because there is no actual answer to that
Okay,
statement.
so the Brent Mason Telecaster has a third pickup. It has a middle pickup similar to a Stratocaster.
Yeah.
That's the answer. So, and there's a lot of different model tellies out there.
But even a regular telly in middle pickup is all the time. Middle position is constant.
Although we do have a middle
time.
position on a Telecaster with 2 pickups, of course but we're just saying that there's many different companies make Telecasters now. Let's face it, right?
Yeah.
So Fender makes some that have 3 pickups on them. Other makers make them with 3 pickups. It's I guess it's still not totally common, but it's not unheard of.
Right.
And it usually the wiring harness and everything, it functions as if like a Strat, like a 5-way switch Strat situation.
Kevin, I can't wait either. You're onto something, Kevin, because this guy, Brent Mason, is a living prophet of country guitar.
This is
without a doubt.
Yeah, and this is a great example. Now, I could not find out. I couldn't get to the bottom of where the lick came from. The chord changes, the lyrics, and the theme and everything, that's definitely Mr. McBride and Alan Jackson. And they just kind of wrote this thing really fast.
I think it sounds like a song you wrote in 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, Jim McBride he shot out those first 2 lines.
Yeah.
And Alan Jackson immediately just responded with, da-da-da-da, it's hotter than a hoochie coochie.
He's got a rapper style, by the way.
Yeah, well,
you ever
he's a
that?
great vocalist.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and Alan says for years, he still hears from like all sorts of people like, what is a hoochie coochie?
Nobody knows.
Well, no, Alan Jackson is, as far as he's concerned, it was regional slang for a country fair strip show, like a late at night, the burlesque show that late at night. Yeah.
Sure.
And so that when it was, that's
I think we can all make the dispersion.
Muddy Waters said hoochie coochie, man. It's an adult show.
I mean, it's enough. Well, it's enough of a unambiguous analogy that we can all kind of.
Yeah.
I enjoy those actually.
Yeah. So anyway, a little more on that lick though. So
we better go to the solo at some point because there's enough solo in this song to.
There isn't a guitar. There's not a guitar solo.
Yeah, there is. Well, it goes.
Oh, maybe I'm familiar with the single version. No, this is embarrassing.
That's it, and then the fiddle plays.
We'll then get to it.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
I guess so, because we only have 10 minutes before we start our workshop.
Okay, you
developing
guys.
Guitar player.
Yeah, so we have a workshop that happens right after this.
I swear, I'm so familiar with the single version, which cuts the guitar solo. It just goes right to the fiddle solo over the 4.
You're such a peripheral lover of Chattahoochee.
I was trapped in a well from 1991 to 96. Can you blame me? I just found out about OK Computer. All right, it's you. Tight shot on you.
All right, here we go. So you guys ready for this? Here's the solo from Chattahoochee. It starts over the F chord, right? So right out of the second chorus, they go to the pre-chorus, basically. And that's to kind of change it up.
I so desperately want to tune your guitar right now.
You don't get to. No. It's going to stay like that.
Okay. Woo!
And so that is, from my memory, I did not play the song.
Let's talk about the and how it ends there. Just walk him through that move right there while we have a tight shot on you. So it's basically a triple stop steel guitar bend.
This I'm going to hum the solo while the chords are there. So and so he's playing the 1 chord as 5 of returning F. It's
and that's why he makes it a
dominant.
He makes it a dominant 7.
And that's like, yeah, there's not a ton of like theory to know necessarily in country unless you want to go nuts. But if you turn things into a dominant chord, the 5 chord or the 1 chord or the 4 chord, you can go a fifth away and make a new sort of tonal center. It's called tonicization in music. And tonicization is not actually a new key. It's briefly visiting a new key.
Yeah, you're just sort of suggesting a new key. But you're not, but it's easy to get back to your original key.
Oddly enough.
The sound of it.
Exactly. Sorry to cut you off. Oddly enough, the way that we suggest a new key or the way that we enter in a new key is through the tension of that key. So if I have the key of F, what I'm doing to enter that key from the key of C to imply it is making C,
a C7.
a C7, which is a tension chord. It's a major triad plus a minor 7, which is a tense thing to have, actually.
It's all
wishy-washy. It's a chord with borderline
it's
personality
tertiary.
disorder.
No, it's not tertiary actually, because it's not all. It's third, and then minor third.
Yeah, it's tertiary
So
though, because all thirds.
Okay.
But like it's got borderline personality disorder, and it doesn't know what it is, and that's okay. We love it just the way it is.
We use it a lot.
Yeah, in fact, we use it all the time. And so, but it makes us feel as though a key that is not one, a key that is not the home key, is now the home key. What's happening?
See,
You want
Eric
that?
L's question, because there's another wire in the way.
Okay.
Dylan, finger pick completely seamless. Oh yes, you're doing hybrid picking.
No, I think I was going.
Yeah, I know this is
I'm totally unconscious.
But
of this stuff,
this is it's really. You went back and forth.
So.
Wait. So you tucked the guitar pick.
Yeah.
Where'd you put it? Oh, see. Okay, this is great.
It's like a magic trick.
I don't know.
Wrong one.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
It's beautiful though.
So, so if I'm here, if I finger in between there, I tend to tuck it underneath my index finger, and then I'll use thumb and. The pick. So I sneak it underneath my index finger. A bit of a sleight of hand trick, and you put it underneath your middle. All right.
Yeah, is that weird?
That is weird. No, can you show us that pull off like?
Because I can still use my middle finger when I have it here.
No, I know. Okay, that's fine. Show off. Wait, it's tight shot on you again, I believe. This? Yeah. So show us that. Can we get like frets, fingers, strings from you a little bit?
No, that's the tilt
old
thing.
school. Okay. Sign up for the workshop, and maybe Dylan will teach you this.
No, I mean it's available everywhere, but it's all about walking somebody through how to practice this, right? Like that's what a teacher does. Okay.
That's a real common country rhythm. Let's talk about that. That one. That's a real country.
Yeah.
So let's take an A-shaped D chord at the 5th fret. Right. So the meat of this chord is really happening at the 7th fret. Should I go to my camera? Maybe I should.
Sure.
So the meat of this chord is happening here on the 7th fret with my ring finger. That's where the triad really lives. So if I move, especially the G and B strings there, it's my root and my 3rd. If I move those down, both of them down 2 frets.
Sounds like it's the end of a joke.
It creates a 9th voicing, actually. I have root, flat 7, and 9. So in country, we do this a lot. We hear this.
Yeah.
So the root stays. So just strum a D chord.
Oh, sure.
Now this is a cute way of getting from my A shape to basically my G shape, so that my index finger can walk that voice down. So you hear that a lot.
I love it.
And if we went down to the 4 chord, or that's over the 2, sorry. And if we went to the 5 chord of G,
ooh, that's good.
we just do it all. They go back to the 1 chord of C. That's a real common, especially if we're on a root chord and we're about to go to the 4 in our solo, or even as a riff. That's really great voice lead.
Don't you guys like how that sounds? It's really cool. But great call, Eric. That's exactly what it is. It's going back and forth, but you don't have to go back and forth. You can you can just hybrid pick the whole thing. Here, I'll try to hybrid pick it. Shoot over one more time. So here's hybrid picking. I'm going to keep the pick in my hand, so you don't have to do any nonsense. Something like that.
There you go.
I don't know exactly.
Now, what scale? Sometimes people like to know what scale.
Major pentatonic scale. Sliding major pentatonic.
Country scale? What is the country scale? I feel like I have a different answer every time someone asks me, to be honest with you.
What now? Just what the heck is the country scale, though?
What is it? It's the major pentatonic.
There is no such thing as the country scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the scale? Is it the same thing as the blues scale? Where it's flat 3rd and major 3rd?
Oh,
And we add the dominant, and we throw in the dominant 7 as well, like kind of somewhere in that.
So if it was in this key, right, and we're in major,
that is that what I just called out?
it's 1, 2, flat 3, 3,
5.
4.
Oh, no, it's
5,
6,
6, 1, 2.
Oh, okay, so no flat 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not a
Okay, I buy it.
and then if you're in minor, the other one.
Greg Simple has a great question. Is this Brent Mason Telly that you're playing right now? Is it heavy?
Yeah.
It is. Because I plan on borrowing this guitar to play some club gigs to see if I like it. Because it does have a B bender on it.
Yeah.
Which is I'm in the market. So I will be taking. Have you gigged with it?
Oh, yeah. No.
No. See, I'm going to gig with it and stand with it for about 3 hours, and then I'll get back to you guys on whether
It's not going to be that bad.
No, it's not
going to be that bad.
Did you just make it?
Anything with a B bender, though, you guys, is going to be heavier because it's got a bunch of hardware in it. This is the least amount of hardware they've ever been able to build a B bender with.
Oh, believe me.
If you guys picked up a Parsons White B bender, you're going to want to bring a chiropractor.
That's the one I play every night on the Dwight gig.
Yeah.
It's going
to be way better than that.
I play the Parsons White one, and
but it is a guitar that weighs more than a guitar that doesn't have a B bender on it.
Well, of course, but it's not extraordinarily heavy. The one last question before we switch over to the workshop for the developing guitar players. Did you just make it the chromatic scale?
Wait, keep going.
Throw a little bit of everything in there. I wanted to read the question. I can't. There's a heart there.
There's I didn't put the heart there. They did.
They love us so much.
YouTube did it. You know.
Did you just make it the chromatic scale? Throw a little of everything in there. I don't know how. Eric, I don't know what you're asking.
No, I'll read it. Eric L. Did you just make it the chromatic? Did you just make it the chromatic scale? Hey, through a little bit of he's saying through a little bit of everything in there. No. The chromatic scale would sound like this, right? So it'd be. And that would be every single note.
Absolutely every fret possible. But Eric, you are hearing a chromatic movement in this scale. It's between scale 2, flat 3, and 3.
Yeah.
So if we're in C, we have 1, we have 2, minor third, major third.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're hearing that though, Eric. And that's great.
YouTube just does that. YouTube loves us so much.
Well, we love. I don't know if we love YouTube. We love you guys.
2, flat 3, major 3. But no, I don't know. Did I say flat 7, major 7?
You were talking about. So what Eugene's talking about is there's kind of like an approach in country for major songs and for minor songs.
Oh, right.
And so the alterations for a major country song are it has 2 going to flat 3 going to 3, and in minor, which there's not a ton of minor country songs, you guys. Like there's a lot of them, but I mean not nearly as many as there are major ones.
Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Well, I mean there's still a ton of them. We can name a bunch right now, but like they're probably 5 to 1.
Oh, right. They're not proper. I understand now what you're saying.
So in minor in country, they just use the blues pentatonic scale, like the blues scale, whatever you're going to call it.
It wouldn't be like the harmonic minor scale tone.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. We better go.
Oh, geez, it's time for us to. We got people waiting for us in the workshop. Everybody, can I tell them what we're doing next week for the deep dive? Can I announce it now?
Sure,
the song?
why not?
Because Dylan has.
Are we doing that for sure? Yeah, go for it.
Dylan has a lot of Michael Jackson material to play this weekend.
He do.
So he's going to have stuff spilling out of his brain. So next week, deep dive, Beat It by Michael Jackson. We'll talk about the Lukather part and the Eddie Van Halen part, all that fun stuff.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
You'll actually research that, so that's cool.
You know, I read a poem. I just didn't know there was like a.
You guys, would you please validate them?
All right, you know what?
It's going to be really important.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
See you guys. Have a great week.
Jeez.